Welcome to today's webinar. We hope you've had a great summer. And I'm Brenda Pierce, and I've got David and Jacob with me.
Hey, everyone.
Hey, okay, great.
Hey.
Hey, Jacob. And today we are very excited. It's 3D Storytellers 1-year anniversary. So we're excited. I know, it's been a year. And so what we want to do today is talk about 3D Storyteller and also share with you guys what people that have embraced 3D Storyteller, the results they're getting, and how to do it. So let's jump in. Why use 3D Storyteller, how to use it, then we're going to talk about popular use cases, and then of course we'll get to the campaign of the month and the Java Joy winner. So let me turn it over to David Kingsbury, and he's going to tell us all about stories and 3D Storyteller. All right, David?
Awesome. Thank you, Brenda. And thanks everybody for joining us today. So as many of you know, in today's world, it's not about facts and statistics as much, although those are incredibly important, and we're going to talk to some of those. It's really about wrapping what you're offering in a story. In today's world, we've moved away, as you all know, we've moved away from commodity selling. Here's what we have, hope you like it, move on, to where we're offering a feeling. It's an emotional feeling, and the best way to do that is through a story. And we as humans, as many of you know, storytelling is how we have shared information for hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of years. So story messages engage the reader because we take on a role in the story every time. It also makes the message more memorable inside of a story. And obviously if it connects with you and if it's relevant, it drives emotion and action, and it creates connections, just because you're part of the story. And the research shows that stat here, that messages delivered as stories are 22 times more memorable than just facts. So we need to be thinking along the lines of storytelling. Okay, Brenda? So it's never more evident today in the social digital world than with what Instagram started several years ago, which was creating mini stories, like MINI, small snippet stories that people could connect with and watch quickly. And as you can see on Instagram today, over 500 million people are actually using Instagram stories every day. And it's also generating, obviously, because the stories are a personal story, ads can be inserted into it, and the results of that has been phenomenal. In fact, the story here is that Facebook, across all social media platforms, has gone to storytelling. And I'll even add, so YouTube is very similar. And I can remember, it's been a couple of years ago, but they actually did a study to see if they could tell a story in 6 seconds or less. So that's an interesting concept. So go ahead, Brenda, next slide. So why are they so popular? So in today's world, we have so much stuff coming at us in every direction. We all know that. We have to find those moments or those bit of content that will capture people's interest. And we all know that the buyer today is much more educated, and the buyer has much more options because of our digital world. And it's so important that we be able to engage them with relevant content, but not only from the content perspective, but we need technology to help us. And that's why it's so important that we, Deep Target, provide a technology-enabled environment where you can tell your best story. So people like to tell stories, but businesses need to tell their story as well. So next. So just like I described, businesses need to have or need to share their story online. And many of you are doing this. I know on your websites, we know that you have some great stories, especially credit unions that have a deep history in a certain, we'll say, community that's now evolved And it's just amazing. And community banks are the same way. People want to know that story, and they don't really take the time to dive into your website and to find it under the About section. You need to share it directly. And many of you are actually putting forward your leadership, your CEOs, or giving welcome messages and so forth. And that's phenomenal. And that's exactly what you need to do. But again, it's important that you have a vessel, if you will, which is a way via technology to display that. And that's why we brought you 3D Storyteller. So next slide. So 3D Storyteller is socially inspired. In fact, it is based on the whole concept of Instagram, and it has an Instagram-like feel. And our initial results have been extremely high. In fact, I'll talk to one of our examples here in just a minute of just having dramatic results. And people are familiar with it now. Maybe not across every single demographic, but the younger generations drive everything forward from with innovation and technology to the older generations. We all know that Facebook started young, and then now, you can't get your grandmother off of it, right? So in any case, 3D Storyteller is the result of that, and we're very proud that we spent the time to bring this innovation forward so that you guys could have a chance to utilize it. And we want to help you utilize it. It's dynamic. Oh, thank you for that. And so we've done that in a really amazing environment. So we have the 3D Cube, which is 3D Storyteller, but we also, if you combine it with our new AI-based predictive campaigns, then it really has an amazing result. And so that's what we're talking about here is combine those two together, and it can be so simply done. With the AI machine learning, you have to do less work because the software does the predictive targeting itself. And the 3D Storyteller is, once again, that environment where you can display those offers in a very highly engaging environment. So it works so well together, so much so that, next slide, Brenda, we were actually awarded the best solution for improving operations at a financial institution with the use of our combined use of our personalization and our relevant offers with our AI-based predictive campaigns and our display of the technology, using our display technology, which is 3D Storyteller. So we're really excited about that, that we were awarded out of hundreds of financial technology companies. They chose us because of our innovation. So we want to make sure you guys take advantage of it. So here's one of our early adopters, Brenna Butler at Ohio Valley Bank. You may have heard from Brenna. We have a webinar on our YouTube channel where we interview Brenna, and she talks about how she's using 3D Storyteller in a variety of use cases to engage their customers at the bank. And in this particular instance, she combined the predictive model with 3D Storyteller and saw over a 1,200% increase in traffic just in that first month. And so we want you guys to see that same kind of lift. And it's, once again, it's not hard to do. So next slide. So with that, we're going to bring Jacob on. Jacob, if you don't mind, it's your time to give us a little preview, a little short demo of how to use 3D Storyteller within DeepTarget's DXP.
Awesome, thank you, David. And so what we have here today is we're going to mobile the 3D Storyteller we're going to demo the 3D Storyteller in the mobile environment. And so we've logged into our sample mobile application for our financial institution, Spotlight Federal. We have a persona or a member named Jared. He's a recent college graduate, and he loves exploring all that his financial institution has to offer him. And so the first thing is there's two ways to actually launch your 3D Storyteller: through a discoverable menu option. And so you'll notice My Spotlight Story right down here at the bottom. And so if I click on that, you'll notice right away this the story pops up, and you see how you can swipe right, and you can swipe left, and you can even swipe down. It's a completely 3D interactable cube. You can swipe up to do the action on any of these frames as well. The second way to access your story is also through a discoverable banner ad. And so you notice what's your financial story at the bottom. If I click that, that will launch my 3D Storyteller as an interstitial, again, allowing me to interact just as I was through the menu option, swiping right, swiping left, pulling down on the cube, as well as swiping up to go to an action. And so this is just one example of how the 3D Storyteller is, non-invasive and can be utilized to present your members with a story. And so, as I mentioned, Jared, a recent college grad, there's certain items that he may be interested now that he started his first job. He may be looking at getting a mortgage, and so you can present him with a mortgage ad. Here's an example of a personalized offer. You see that you can utilize Deep Target to add first name, speak to Jared directly, make him feel like he is a valued and trusted member of the financial institution. Those numbers that you see in there, the percentage, the amount that he's saving, those are also customizable data fields that you can pull directly from your data feeds and insert into your stories. And so that is such an awesome feature because it'll really truly allows you to personalize it to each individual. As each person may have a different credit score, may save a different amount, but you can still use 3D Storyteller to reach each of them. And so as you keep swiping through this, you see that you can use it to, promote offers. And even, this is one of my favorite ones here. So you see another offer to consolidate some maybe existing loans that your financial institution knows about because you've seen him make payments on them. And so as I swipe up or redirect to my action, the cool thing is that you can actually utilize the story to redirect you, deep link you into an external application, maybe where he applies for that loan. And so you see that this information has already been pre-filled out directly from the data that you upload to Deep Target. And so it's just one way to seamlessly transition and help direct your members to what you recommend for them based on their financial journey. And this is another cool one that I enjoy is the survey. You able to engage members just like with an Instagram story. Anyone that may post a picture, you swipe up, you leave a comment, you give your feedback to your friends. And in this instance, the financial institution is the friends. They want to swipe up. They want to let you know how they feel. They want to let you know how your products and services are. And that's one way to reach them. And now the absolute game changer with 3D Storyteller is the ability to include video marketing. And so this is just a whole new different realm for financial institutions. And it's not something that has traditionally been thought of as their area. And 3D Storyteller allows you to really go in there and make your stake, allow you to go push your marketing efforts in a different way that is completely amazing and resonates with your users differently than the traditional static banner image or ad. And so you can utilize video to tell that story, to promote an offer, and of course, as I click on that, redirect you into whatever product that you may be offering, a credit card, a mortgage, or a home, auto loan. And that's just, one of the ways that 3D Storyteller is just truly different from the traditional marketing opportunities presented through banner ads. And of course, it's completely dismissible. Clicking up in the corner will allow you to transition right back into your mobile application. And so now that I've shown you how 3D Storyteller behaves in the mobile application, let's take a look behind the hood in the DXP and show you how easy it is to create these campaigns. And so once you log into the DXP, let's go ahead and take a look at the list of all our campaigns here. And so when I pull up the list of campaigns, you'll notice one thing. We've added an indicator here of the 3D cube so that you're easily able to distinguish between all your running 3D Storyteller campaigns and your normal campaigns as well. But it really is so simple to get these campaigns. Just like any campaign, you'll go into the ad settings just like you normally would. And so when you pull open that ad, you'll want to go into the ad editor screen. You've uploaded your image, you've selected your size, and you're able to select this 3D Storyteller box. All you have to do is click on it to check it, and that will enable your story and drop it right into each member's experience. Clicking save is going to go ahead and make that process finalized. And so with that note, it just shows you how easy 3D Storyteller is to use, how to roll out, and how different and game-changing that it can make, you know, in the experience of each of your users. And so I'm going to go ahead and hand it back to David so that he can talk a little bit more about stories.
Okay, great, Jacob. Hang on one second. I'm going to hand it over to Brenda, I believe. Hang on one second. Brenda, do you have it back? There we go. Awesome. Thank you, Jacob. That was excellent. So, guys, it's really easy to use. And what really is unique about it as well, that I don't think we've mentioned, is the fact that 3D Storyteller is an environment that the digital user is within and they get to control. So imagine a mobile user currently with our banners that are at the top or the bottom of the mobile experience. They are showing and they are rotating, and members, customers don't know, I don't think, that they could actually step through those ads. But when they go into the 3D Storyteller environment, they have full control. So they can study their progression, if you will, or their all of their financial offers in that one environment, and they can pan, swipe through them all. And so it's a whole new concept of how they can interact. And again, they're used to it. In the younger generations are used to it in their environment, in their social media environments. So several of the examples here are, this is a great way to onboard new users. So when you get a new member or customer dropping into your financial institution, obviously you can target them directly, and you can have a series of things that you want them to know about the FI. You could start with your story specifically. You could then say, make sure you're aware of this, make sure you're aware of that, make sure you know our offers, and you can have a set of steps or bits of information you want to make sure they're aware of. And that's related to tutorials. So these tutorials can take you through a certain process, like steps to financial wellness. You might target a set of your customers or members who have a low credit score, and you want to help them step through a process to get that credit up and to get on the sound financial standing. And there's a variety of others. And so we're going to actually take you through some examples of that here. And this is, so bear with me. What you may not be doing today, but you may have done in a previous life, or you may have done as a part of a video production, is we're suggesting that you start thinking about storyboarding. And you pick a particular moment in your customer members' financial life and try to help them through a particular story. So bear with me. So storyboarding is an old process that's still being used today in all sorts of movie and video production. And it's where you're going to lay out a progression of things that you want to share with the reader or watcher to get the point across. And so in this particular one, we want to share related offerings to a targeted set of personas. And the targeted audience here are parents 30 to 50 years old that perhaps we know have teenage aged children or younger, and or young adults. So they can both see this. So the very first one on the left says, when our son Jerry was a teenager, he couldn't wait to drive the car of his dreams. So there are two personas being presented here, parents and the son Jerry. Both of those can now connect with this story and say, oh yeah, me being Jerry, I did want a car of my dreams when I was a teenager. Parents go, we know Jerry did want that car of his dreams. And so Spotlight Financial Credit Union helped us set up a savings account for Jerry. Click here to start your child's savings account. Then when Jerry turned 18, he checked his savings account and wow, you want to swipe. So we've, in this one, if you will, frame, we've shared the first financial offer, both to Jerry and to the parents. When they swipe, Jerry, we go on with our story. Jerry's savings account had plenty of money for his down payment on his dream car, and Spotlight Federal Credit Union was there again to offer the best rates to buy his dream car. But Jerry wasn't done. But you can click here to see those rates. The last one is Jerry also planned to go to college, and Spotlight once again was there offering the best rates on student loans. Click here for rates. But Jerry wasn't done then, and you can carry it further. But generally 3 steps is about how far you want to go, maybe 4. Maybe you show Jerry out with his car and his college diploma, that sort of thing. But see how that connects with the certain personas that you wanted to target for this particular story. And so we're going to ask you guys to be thinking along these lines. If you're not already, be thinking along these lines to create your own storyboards to place into 3D Storyteller. And we think you will have a great time with it, and it'll be super impactful. Okay, so next slide. And that's the reason why we're talking about this, because stories can be so impactful and positive for the reader. They're actually proving, we know this all across all industries, stories are so important, and it's proven, and therefore we wanted at Deep Target to make sure you had access to the technology that would allow you to tell a story in a very, very innovative and yet exciting way. And as Jacob showed you, it's super easy to do. And we're, I'm not sure if he mentioned, but we have lots of banners already set up, and we're going to have a lot more that you can utilize to help create your stories. Okay, so that's everything we wanted to share today, and we're super excited for you guys to take the opportunity to look into 3D storytelling. We'd like to help you do that. Okay, so back over to you, Brenda. Thank you very much.
All right, great. And now I'm just going to switch gears a little bit. That was so helpful, and really storyboarding is still alive and well today because it works. So great example, David. Campaign of the month winner. All right, everybody get ready. This month's winner goes to Heather. She is the winning campaign of the month. She is Vice President of Marketing. I know, right? Of Genesis Credit Union. And Heather created a very timely campaign. Their July results were fantastic. And when David was talking about 3D storytelling and using video, this would make a great campaign in 3D Storyteller. What they did is they have a this banner ad, very colorful. It sticks out, and of course has this video. What it was is Heather ran a mobile-only travel notification campaign. And so, you know, when you're getting ready to travel, which everybody this summer was so ready to get out of the house, right? They were traveling. But when you go to a different country or you go to a different state, sometimes you need to notify your bank or your credit cards so that they don't stop and think it's fraudulent activity. So this is what they did. So they ran this campaign. You click on here, and then it switched you over to a video that on YouTube that told you how to let your account know, let your financial institution know that you were going somewhere and not to stop access to your credit card. This resulted in over 5,000 clicks in 1 month. This was huge. The ad's colorful. It was very timely. And they used video. So what a great job goes to Heather for the campaign of the month. Okay, so now we are getting to Java Joy. And David, as you look to see who's still on, I am going to go and just announce that we are partnering with Access Softtech. They have a conference coming up, and we're very excited to have these special award, 2021 Excellence in Digital Marketing Award. And so if you're on that Access Softtech platform, if you would like to apply, just send your information to info@deeptarget.com and get your application. It's a great award, and you will be highlighted at their conference. Okay, so David, now's the time. Who is our lucky winner?
Awesome. So our Java Joy lucky winner today is Lori Tucker from United Bank. Way to go, Lori.
Okay. All right, Lori, great. So Lori, you will get a email, and it will have a $20 gift certificate from Starbucks. So you can enjoy some Java Joy on us. Congratulations.
That's so awesome. And you can
All right,
caffeine up, work later. I'm teasing. Okay.
There you go, absolutely. And just so you know, Labor Day is coming up, and we do have some Labor Day graphics for you guys to use. If you would like these, if you could just reach out to me or go info@deeptarget.com. We will be happy to send these to you. Some great graphics from our team. And as always, we do have a short survey. We would love to get your input. So at the end of this, in just a second, we would appreciate if you would just fill out the short 3-question survey. All right, and so our next webinar is Thursday, September 23rd. We appreciate you coming today, but we want you to go ahead and sign up. You can sign up at deeptarget.com/webinars. We have all of them posted. If you've missed one in the series, you can go back and watch the archive of that. And you can go ahead and schedule out, sign up for the remaining ones for this year. We hope you have a safe and productive month, and thanks again for joining us today for our 1-year anniversary of 3D Storyteller. Thank you and have a great day.
Thanks, everybody.